Hello, hello, ladies. Welcome to Lunch and Learn Live. It's Jo here, coming to you live from the Cotswolds in the UK. As you arrive, do jump into the comment section, say hello, let me know where in the world you are, and tell me what's for lunch. What's for lunch? I had wraps today. I actually had a wrap, which is an adventure for my tummy. We shall see what happens after a wrap, but that was very exciting, I must say, to try. And having my quintessential Earl Grey post-lunch Earl Grey tea. Yay! So where are you? Let me know. How's the weather? It's stunning here today in the UK. I think we finally turned the cold weather corner. Last week I had a week of holidays. Look, I even got a sunburnt head. Wonderful to get a sunburnt head, I must say. Obviously not good, skin cancer, all of that kind of thing, but I must say I did kind of go, yes, there's enough sun that my head got burnt. Hooray! Oh dear. Hello to Nicola in sunny Cumbria with leftover last night's pasta. Yummo. Masigo Mogotsi says, hi, hello my darling. Victoria says, first 16-hour if, so only had brekkie at 11 a.m. I'm not sure what that means, 16-hour if. But that's good. And Victoria's in Edinburgh, where it's very greyish. Good. Say hello where you are. Claire's in the Cotswolds too, having avocado and salmon sandwich for lunch. Yum. Wherever you are, say hello. Today, ladies, we are talking about passion and purpose. We've been very engaged with our community lately, asking you lots of questions, finding out what your big challenges are. And it seems like a lot of you, the biggest answer, the biggest challenge that many of you are facing right now is your vocation, is your career, what you're doing for work, whether it's fulfilling, whether it's paying the bills, whether it's good fun, not so good fun, all of that kind of stuff. What fulfills you? Are you making the impact you feel like you're put on this planet to make? It sounds like it's a big challenge. So today we have been focusing on passion and purpose, and it fits beautifully because at our end, this weekend we are running our Be Fulfilled virtual retreat. If what you're doing for passion and purpose, what you're doing for a living, your vocation is a mystery to you, or if you're feeling a little stuck or looking for a change, I believe we might have one or two places still available this weekend. So drop us an email at the office, talk@oneofmany.co.uk. And let the girls know, and I'm sure we could find a seat for you this weekend. It's Friday and Saturday, and we are digging in to helping you to be fulfilled. So yes, passion and purpose is what it's all about. We had a lot of questions come up from the community as well, but I'd love to know for you ladies who are here with me live today, what are the challenges you have around career? What are the challenges you have in your business, if you run a business, or in your employment, if you're employed? What are the things that you kind of feel stuck around? Because I want to speak to some of those today. Some of the questions that came up from our community are, should you follow your passion? You know, I used to get this advice, do what you love and the money will follow, they say. Well, you know, I have an opinion on that, which I'll share with you in a minute. Where do you start when it comes to discovering your purpose was another question that was coming up. Is it ever too late to make a change if you're no longer feeling passionate about what you do? You know, when should you just give up, roll over, and decide it's time to stop? So we're going to chat about all of that kind of stuff today. But let me know what's going on in your corner of the world with regards your impact. What's going on in your corner of the world with regards the contribution that you're making. Hello to those of you who've joined me in recent moments. Ildiko in sunny Twickenham with a matcha latte after a very generous lunch. Yum. Alison's in sunny Aylesbury with bean salad. Belinda is in sunny Hearts. Louise, bloody lovely here is that Cambridgeshire? I think that's Cambridgeshire. I'm still learning all of my shires and what the abbreviations are for each of the shires. Belinda says, I'm looking forward to Be Fulfilled. I'm looking forward to seeing you there, my darling. It's going to be me, the lovely Stephanie Aitken, and Natalie Baron. And Susie Heath is doing a beautiful evening class for you. Catherine's over in West Wales. Hello, darling. Nicola says, following my passion and purpose, a mental well-being support service, but I need mentors and money and mounds of self-care. Yeah. Yes, I hear that, right? So that's that challenge, right? Sometimes we run into. So let's talk a little bit about this. Let's talk about passion to start with. Michelle says, hello. She's in murky Dundee. Oh, murky. That doesn't sound so good. Murky in sunny Dundee. I've no murky in sunny Dundee today. I don't really understand. I don't understand how it can be murky and sunny at the same time, but it might be because I'm misunderstanding murky. Just as I was on a coaching call with someone and I asked them, well, how do you feel about that woman? And she said, I feel like I want to scalp her. And I thought she meant scalp her, as in what the, First Nation people of North America would do. But scalp was a Scottish word. So maybe murky means something different in Scotland. I don't know. Simone says, I'm in the office. I want to be in a bikini on the beach. With your sister, let's go. Come on, I'll meet you there. Sarah's down by the sea in Deal. Mary's in sunny Clevedon. Yay, good to see you all, those of you who have arrived and said hello. We are talking passion and purpose. We are talking fulfillment in the terms of vocation today, because it is a challenge that has been a big one for the community. It's come up in our surveys in recent times. So let's start with this first question that came up. Should you follow your passion? What do you think I'm going to say about that? On the one hand, yes, you should absolutely follow your passion. And on the other hand, you should not believe the old adage that says do what you love and the money will follow, because it's bollocks, in my humble opinion. It is a little bit more complicated than that. And that is why we talk about it in quite a bit of detail at Be Fulfilled and Be Wealth. They're two kind of dovetail retreats, I guess, in that respect. So yes, you should follow your passion. Why? Because why would you want to live a dispassionate life? Why would you want to live a life where you feel less than fulfilled in something that takes up, well, I don't know how many hours a day you spend at work, but let's say you do what the average person does, which is 8 hours at work, most, 5 days a week. You're spending nearly a third of your life doing work. If you run your own business, it might be more because you're thinking about it when you're out for walks and you're thinking about it at other times. Absolutely, right? Absolutely. Why would you not want to do something about which you are passionate? However, just because you're passionate about something does not mean that it necessarily translates that the world values it and you doing it enough to send you a ton of money, right? Outliers who don't care at all about money, and they really are the outliers, can do what they love, and yes, the money will follow without them giving any attention to the money. But for most of us mere mortals, it's a 4-step process, actually, to create the money stuff around this. And many of you will have heard in previous trainings, I teach the stages of wealth. And whether you're at the stage in your career where you should be following your passion and your purpose and your heart and etc., or whether you should be making a sensible choice, now if you can do both, then you do that. If you absolutely love more than anything else in the whole wide world being a dentist, right, and it makes good money, then great, be the dentist, right? Why not do both and shape it so that it looks exactly how you want it to look? If you love more than anything being an author and you're making good money from your books, great. However, when we talk about the stages of wealth, it kind of depends where you're at in terms of your stability financially as to just how much I would be saying, go step into your flow and do your passion. So I've got quite a simple but multi-step process to help you identify where you should be putting your energy and attention right now. And it is around this stages of wealth model. I'm not going to go into it in huge amounts of detail, but those of you joining me or joining us, I should say, the training team, it's not just me, certainly I'm doing a bit of it, but the trainers are covering quite a bit this weekend. Stephanie's going to be taking you through the stages of wealth on Saturday morning. And it will help you to pinpoint, should I be doing my passion, just really following my purpose at a very deep level and taking bigger risks around that to kind of shift into something where I'm expressing myself more fully? Or should I be focusing on something where I can have some stability at this point? And we've got a little equation to help you figure that out. And I think that is part of it. So yes, I believe that in life, everybody should follow their passion. And if you can't express your passion through your work at the moment, it doesn't mean you don't do what you're passionate about. You might be a great artist, but your art is not paying the bills at the moment. Doesn't mean you stop art. You might be a fabulous singer and you're not paying your bills with your singing. Doesn't mean you stop singing. It might be that you're training to be an accountant at the moment, so it can't pay you and then you love it. You love figures, but it can't pay your way at the moment. Doesn't mean you stop your training or doing whatever it is. So yeah, we can all follow our passion, but should we rely on our passion always to pay our bills? Not necessarily, and it depends where you're at in the stages of wealth. So that's kind of counter to what most life coaches will tell you. Most life coaches out there will tell you, do what you love, find your purpose, find your passion, put everything behind it, and if it's not working out, it's because you're not passionate enough about it. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's pretty mean, relatively unrealistic, and it takes a little bit more than that a lot of the time. Because frankly, business is business, and what I know about business is that money goes where the perceived value is. So if you want to increase the amount of money that you're making, you need to increase the value that you're providing in the world. And that sometimes is about being clear about what it is that you provide. Sometimes it's about helping people to understand what you provide. But the money exchange happens when value flows from a place of higher perceived value to lower perceived value. So someone looks at what you do for a living, whether that is your boss or whether it is a client, they look at you and they go, you are worth more to me than this 20 pounds an hour. Or you are worth more to me than this 200-pound haircut. Or you are worth more to me than those shoes are worth more to me than this 80 pounds that I want to give you in your shop for them, right? It's about value. The money flows to something that is to be perceived of higher value. So it's very much more than just around your passion and purpose. Having said that, do I think anyone should go through life not knowing what their purpose is? No, I don't think that either. I think that everybody on the planet can, over time, evolve their life's work to be a full embodiment of their purpose. And I feel blessed every day that that is certainly the case for me. When it comes to fulfillment, in the fulfillment stakes, I am replete. Absolutely replete. Could I use, have I got more room to grow in learning how to handle more joy in my life? Yeah, I could do that. I could learn to have more fun, learn to unwind, learn to unplug, all of that. But in terms of fulfillment and living my life on purpose every day, it's something that I have committed my life to ever since I was little. And I get to enjoy that every day. And it's something that I would wish for everybody. Does it necessarily mean it has to be what you do for a living? Your purpose and what you do for a living can be different. In fact, your life's purpose should be something that you're able to live every day, right? So many people come to me and say, my life's purpose is to help the homeless, or my life's purpose is to support women. That means that unless you're actively supporting the homeless, then you're not living your life's purpose? Unless you're actively involved in helping a woman, that you're not living your life's purpose? What about your best mate who happens to be a fella? You can't live your life's purpose while you're hanging out with your best friend. What about when you're spending time with your son who isn't a woman or isn't homeless? Is that not then part of your life's purpose? So I think a lot of us get tangled up in the difference between what our purpose is, what our life's purpose is, why we were put on this planet, versus a mission, a mission of our life's work, right? My mission, right? Our mission is to equip 1 million women with the tools to sustainably impact their corner of the world. That's my mission. That's the one of many mission. Yeah, that's a very measurable, specific mission. It's around women. It's about giving them tools. But that's not my life purpose. I have a life purpose, ladies. I love you, but it is beyond you, right? My life purpose is around sowing seeds for a global paradigm shift. And I can be doing that anywhere, whether I'm parenting, whether I'm meditating, I can be doing it energetically, whether I'm unplugging and unwinding just in my presence. I can be hosting and creating connections for wholeness wherever I am, no matter what I'm doing, right? It's a broader conversation, and it's something you can experience in every minute. So when it comes to discovering your purpose, the first thing I want to say about it, to answer that question, is you don't discover your purpose. It's not like it's out there sitting under a rock in your back garden, and when you lift up the right rock, there it is inscribed underneath. Or there's going to be a call from God one day saying, "Hello, Alison, it's God, and here is your purpose." Some people get that. Bless them. I've never been one of those people. But I've always had a feeling of it. I've always kind of known if I'm living it or not living it, right? I've had that. I'm lucky enough to have had that most of my life. Some people don't even have that. It is a conscious crafting of taking your life's history up to this point and going, if all of that were for a purpose, what would that purpose be? So the place to discover it is in trying to make sense of your past. That's where I think your life purpose lives. If you were to take your past and go, all of that were the breeding ground for some expression of my purpose, then you choose it. Again, we've got a fabulous meditation we're doing this weekend to help people to do that, right? To be able to make sense of it. That's one way you can look at it. So that question, when it comes to discovering, first of all, you don't discover it, you craft it, and you craft it as I always say to the ladies, I want you to imagine that you're the great creator, right? You're God, you're Allah, you're goddess, you're Mother Nature, the consciousness that invades every cell, whatever you want to call it. And you brought this soul to the planet for some reason. And you saw fit to make sure that, for instance, in my case, her parents got divorced when she was 6. That she cut the hair off her Barbie doll and hid it behind a door and really had a profound emotional experience about that when it didn't grow back. That she got bullied at school. That she was the oldest of 3 girls, didn't have a lot of male role models. That she didn't have a lot of feminine role models. That she had her heart broken massively when she was 21 years old, like really snapped in half and smashed all over. That she, all the things that she decided when she was 6 she was going to be a doctor, but actually wasn't ever really supposed to be a doctor, but had to go through doctoring. So if I'm the great creator and I've orchestrated a life purpose like this, right? For what purpose? For what purpose have that life? And in making sense of this at any given time, I'm able to feel into what is it? And it's not a stagnant thing, right? It's not a thing that we decide once and it's done. I mean, I have had probably 7, 8, 9 iterations of my life purpose in terms of linguistically expressed, the way I linguistically express it in the world. And it evolves. It's like a diamond, right? I believe your life purpose is a diamond and it sits in your heart and it's your guiding light. But when you're looking from the outside at it, you can only ever see one facet of the diamond, right? And you might look at it from one point of view and it looks like, in my case, in the early days, it was something like to transform, right? I'm like, that's all I could see at that point. Well, then I learned a bit more about myself. I could see it from a slightly different angle. And I can see actually it was to breathe life into dreams that would shape the planet. And then I could see it from a slightly different angle, and it was to host and create connections for wholeness, which is how I express it most clearly at the moment. But it's the same purpose. It's just I can see it from slightly different angles. The more I get to know myself, the more I can see myself in 360 degrees. Does this make sense, ladies? Give me a little thumbs up. Send me some love. Let me know in the comments section how this is landing for you. It's not something to be discovered. It's something to be crafted. That's the first step. The second distinction around is to recognize it lives in you already. You are navigating by it already, either actively in alignment with it or sometimes in rebellion against it. But it has informed everything up to this point in your life. And when you can consciously then make sense of everything that's come up to this point in life, then you can start to make powerful choices about how you navigate knowing your purpose moving forward. Alison says, fascinating. Claire says, hearts. Yay. I love it. Belinda says, that's exactly my problem. How to bring all that I've learned, experienced, trained into one empowering women offering. HR, people development, fitness, nutrition, peri to postmenopause, holistic well-being, one of many women's coach. How does Belinda bring all of that goodiness together? Well, Belinda, I'm glad you're coming this weekend, my darling, because that's exactly what we're going to be doing for you. So you are in the right place. That's it, Vicky. It's about curating the story that we want to make around our lives and asking yourself, what's the theme? You know, when you go to the movies, right? To shoot a film, they shoot, I don't know what, to get 2 hours of movie, 100 hours of footage, but they don't put everything in. They only put in the bits that develop the theme. In just the same way, you kind of take out the highlights of your life and you see what the theme of your life is. What was this soul constructed for? What have you had to build muscles around? What traumas have you been through to get where you are? And that helps. That's all part of it, right? So that's the process that we take people through when they come into our programs. That's our life purpose process. And that's what Steph's going to be taking the ladies through this weekend. It's really powerful. Now, the second part of this around purpose is it makes sense of everything that is that's kind of happened to you in the past. And in the second part is it changes, it grows, and it evolves. And you can always choose to change it. So I was not having a great experience of fun in my life about, I don't know how long ago it was, maybe 8 years ago. And I went, there's something here about how I'm choosing to lead my life every single day. And I realized that there was no play illustrated in my purpose. So I brought that sense of play into my purpose at the time, and it made a big difference. So you can choose to shape it and have the words and craft it for it to be representative of who you are. Louise says, this totally resonates. I'm looking back, I can see how much I value process improvement. And now I lead a community to embody like-minded engagement. I think it means to embody like-minded engagement and collaboration in that specialism. Awesome. That's it, right? So yes, you value process improvement. Your whole life has been gearing you up to become someone who really values that. But the process can expand beyond just this process, right? Human beings are one process. There's organizations have processes. Everything is personal development is a process. How to grow is a process. Yeah. So absolutely, there's all sorts of wonderful things there. I love it. Good. Someone's inviting us to inbox them for their future reading. I don't know who you are, Golden Sun. But yes. I'm not sure what that's about. Anyway, Maria says, I'm really enjoying thinking about this. I'm at a transition point in my life. Good. Laura says, I'm trying to find my purpose. Career-wise, I've followed opportunity rather than heart. And now I'm thinking about my next stage and becoming a mummy. Is this my purpose for now, I wonder? This is it, Laura. I believe your purpose is something that can be expressed as a mummy. A purpose can be expressed in your career. A purpose can be expressed with your friends. It can be expressed with the teenage girl at the bus stop that you've never met before in a moment interaction. Your purpose is something that can be expressed in so many, many different ways, right? So many, many different ways. So the point of that is that you can be clear on your purpose now and know that your life's work right now in this moment, your mission might be to be a great parent to a newborn, right? That could be what your mission is at the moment. It's not related to work. That could be a choice that you make, but that's around mission. That's not at the level of purpose. Purpose can be expressed in any moment, I believe. Rebecca says, I can't get out of work for Saturday, be fulfilled. Really looking forward to Friday though, and hope I can catch up on the replays. You absolutely can. It will be recorded. It's an event though, so it's just going to be in your members area for a few months. Just check with the office, darling. Make sure that they know. But yes, you will get the recordings if you are registered for the event. Lovely. Good. So discovering your purpose, first step, try and make sense. The other way is through discernment. It's like get in action. I always think that you can't discover whether you're heading in the right direction or the wrong direction until you're heading in a direction. Yeah? Who knows if you want to go west or east until you start traveling and then you get a feeling that this doesn't feel right or it does feel right. So don't be stagnant. There's a little bit, I kind of am of the, I'm of the 20% navel gazing, 80% action kind of discovery of purpose. Yes, we're going to spend 2 days together looking at purpose and vision and mission and all of the things over the next, on the weekend, which is going to be super exciting. But then Once you've decided and got a level of clarity, then you get out and act in accordance with that, and you get feedback. Because it's not until you're in motion that you discover, oh, this feels good, or oh, this feels yuck, right? So you've got to have that momentum to discover if you're heading in the right direction. You know, many of you have heard me talk about the fact that I think our own internal navigational equipment is the same as a sat nav. And when we're driving, right, if we're on a roundabout going around and around in circles staring at our navel, the sat nav will never catch up and tell us which exit we need to take. We just have to take an exit, and then the sat nav catches up and tells us whether it's the right exit or it's the wrong exit, and we can adjust. It's the same when it comes to living in alignment with your purpose. Yes, you want to look inwards to feel what you know in the moment. That's your 20%. But then you choose an exit and you get going. And then you'll get feedback. You'll get feedback about whether or not it's the right direction as you get that, as you're in action, as you're in that momentum. So I think that's a really important piece, right? Good. Oh, yay. Harriet's saying, just going back to one of many after a pause for Be Fulfilled. Hooray, Harriet. Good to have you back, darling. Looking forward to seeing you this weekend, darling. It's going to be awesome. Rebecca says, I'd say I'm 80% navel gazer and 20% action. And that's okay. That's a choice. I believe if we're 80% navel gazing, 20% action, we're not having the impact though, right? I believe you can have impact even if you're working on 2% clarity can have an impact in the world. So why wouldn't you just get moving on something? Not to say there's not time for peace, for serenity, for introspection. There absolutely is. Really there is. And I want to honor that part of all of our souls that wants us to do nothing and look inward. That's important. That's why we do these weekends and so on, and why we should have our journaling practice and all of those sorts of things. But that's where you get stuck. If you're that way around, if it's too much navel gazing, not enough action, you'll find you're probably a bit stuck. Yes, very good. Vicky says, finding that will and way power. Hope just need that kick sometimes. Yes, well, there you go. Very good. So that's that question. Discovering your purpose. This final question that came up, and please do ask me any questions about purpose or your career or direction. We've got another 10 minutes or so here together, so I'm happy to answer any questions for those of you here with me live. If this is landing for me, give me a little thumbs up there. Give me some hearts. Let me know that it's resonant for you. The final question that we had from the community this week was, is it ever too late to make a change if you're not feeling passionate about what you do? Is it ever too late to make a change? Whenever I hear that, is it too late? Is it too late? I'm always reminded of a great quote from Julia Cameron in her book, The Artist's Way, where one of her students once said to her, yeah, but Julia, how old am I? I'm too old to learn the piano. How old am I going to be by the time I learn how to play the piano properly? I don't know how old this person was. Let's say she was 70. I'm 70 years old, Julia. How long am I going to be before I learn to play the piano? And Julia's response to her, well, the same age that you'll be if you don't learn to play the piano. So you may as well start. And I think when it comes to living our purpose, there are some people that don't discover their purpose until their freaking deathbed. But does that mean that in those last few moments, you don't live it? No, you live it. You do whatever it is you can. We had a great interview in the Living the Change community this month with Tracy Avanishan, a good friend of mine who I met on Virgin Unite trip on NECA a couple of years back. And she does great work in terms of dealing with grief at work and how we should all think about our deaths long before we get there. And she shared that that when it comes to our deaths, most people ask themselves two questions. And that is, have I loved well? Was I loved, and have I loved well? Are the two main questions that people ask themselves at the end of their lives, right? And so, I think that's the deep purpose for all of us is like, have I loved? Do I love well? Am I loved? Is creating that. And then a recognition that it's never too late to be able to live that. In the same way, I think that if there is some calling in your heart, it's never too late. Now, if I was 80 years old, right, and I had a business idea, a new mission came to light, would I, as an 80-year-old woman, decide to be the person to launch that business? Maybe not. But the way I might use my talents is as a mentor to some awesome 40-year-old rock star and kind of just put my hand up and say, what do you need, babe? Here's the, I see that you and I have the same idea, because I can guarantee if I've had the idea, someone else has, because that's how ideas work. See someone who's got the idea, put myself forward, say, darling, I'm aligned with that. How can I be of support? So yes, how I apply my talents to my mission might change depending on the stage of life I'm at. If I'm the mother of a newborn, it might look differently to if I'm a mother of a teenager or an empty nester, to if I'm not a mother, to blah, 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 right? It might look differently how I apply my talents to my mission. But is it too late to change if your life doesn't fill you with joy and a sense of meaning and passion? No way. Change it. Absolutely change it. You can change it at every minute. If you don't look out at your life and feel proud, if you don't look out at your life and go, I'm having the impact that I want to have, then I would be asking myself every day, not every minute of every day, just get on with life. But as part of my journaling and reflective practice, if I'm not loving what I'm seeing at every moment of every day, that comes up for me and I'll adjust it and I'll make changes. And I think that's really critical, right? Oh, my mummy's there. Hello, mummy. Hi, mom. My mom is laid up on the sofa. Well, mom, what time is it? I guess it's only 10:30 at night. That's all right. When you're sitting around all day with your legs up because your ankles are broken. Good gracious. This is my mummy that many of you sent healing vibes to. Get better soon, Mama Bear. Good to see you here live. Yay. We'll have to have a date, Mum. I'm here 1 p.m. every Tuesday. That's 10 p.m. now. There you go. You know what you're doing Tuesday nights. So Celine's question. Great. Let's have a chat about a question here. How would you say we deal with having found a purpose but having to wait years to be able to put it in action? Training to get there is such a long journey. Okay, so there, Celine, comes back to what I said right at the top of the call. I don't think what you found is a purpose. Your purpose, you can live right now today, right? Your life purpose, your soul's life purpose on the planet, you can live right now in this moment, every day. You may have identified a mission, right? You may have identified a mission, which for me is different. This is an impact, a measurable way of impacting in the world. So you can let me know in the chat channel there for sure, Celine, in terms of like just some vagaries, if you like, about what that is, so I can speak more specifically to you. But if you are talking about, you don't have to train to fulfill your life's purpose, right? Not a single one of you ever will need to train to fulfill your life's purpose. It can happen tomorrow. It can happen right now. It can happen in this moment, right? It is happening. You are fulfilling your life's purpose in this moment. You can choose to be fulfilling your life's purpose in this moment. If it's clearly defined enough, if it's broad enough, if it's an expression of who you are in the world. Who you are, not what you do, right? It's why am I here? Who am I here to be? Yeah? Not what am I here to do? Although, yeah, there is some doingness to it as well. But mission, if you've got to train to do it, Celine, I would put forward that what you've identified is a mission or a way of increasing your talents and applying your talents in a new way to your mission. And then, great, right. So Celine says, yes, joining the coach training in September. So you're becoming a certified coach with us. Yay! Been spending 9 years to get a bachelor in psychology to be able to switch jobs. So yeah, I hear you. Right. So there you go. So you've identified now that you have a mission to support people in behavioral change, right? Whether that's through coaching or psychology or I don't know exactly how you illustrate that. But does that mean that you can't be if your purpose is the empowerment of people, right? To playfully empower people to live their best lives, right? If that was your purpose, you can do that right now. You can do that with your kid. I can see you're kissing somebody's head there. I'm assuming that's your little bubba. You can do it with your kids. You can do it with your friends. You can do it with your cohort of other coaches that you're going through. You can do it with any number of people. You can live your purpose right now. You don't have to wait to live your purpose. And so many of us, when we don't know our purpose, think that our purpose is our mission and that we can't be fulfilled until we're doing our psychology business, or we can't be fulfilled until I stop being an accountant, or I can't be fulfilled until I get out of medicine, or I can't be fulfilled until I get out of this relationship, or I can't be fulfilled until I find the one, right? No, fulfillment comes from the ability to live your life purpose every day. And once you define your life purpose and you can be consciously choosing to live it every day, you can have it in every moment. It doesn't take training. The only training it takes is the life that you've had, the life that you've lived up to this point. And then you can live that life purpose with the girl that, smiles at you as you walk down the street. You can live it with the purpose who, right? Is this making sense? Yes, good. Rebecca is saying this is a big aha moment. Alison says, excellent differentiation. Vicky is saying ditto. Light bulbs here too. Your purpose, if you think you've got to train or there's somewhere to get to live your life purpose, no freaking wonder we feel unfulfilled, right? Your purpose is available to you right now. Fulfillment is available to you right now. And this is so much of what we're going to be helping you with on the weekend. Distinguishing your purpose from your mission. Now, mission is something that takes patience. I have a mission to equip 1 million women with the tools to sustainably change their corner of the world. It takes a shit ton of patience every day to show up. And there are some days when the best way for me to fulfill on that mission is to step away and have a holiday, like last week, to unplug, to be with my children, to recharge, to replenish. I saw a quote on Facebook the other day when someone said, your goal in life is to find a mission that means you don't need to escape from your life to fulfill it. I'm like, that's a recipe for burnout, baby. I don't know anyone who has a real deep mission that doesn't need to step away from it from time to time to be able to have some discernment, to check in, to go inwards, to reflect, to be still, I love you, but I need time away from you. I need time away from this. It's so critical. Yeah, that's it, Laura. My missions change, but my purpose to have a positive impact on everyone in my life, and everyone, Laura, in that case should include you, because when you're alone, you want to be able to be living on purpose too, right? To have a positive impact. How can you, in the moment when you're standing in the shower, how can you live your purpose in the shower? You can have a positive impact in your life by, rather than just having a physical shower, having an energetic shower and washing away the emotions from the day so that you're left with light and love in your body, right? That's having a positive impact. Absolutely. Good. Yes, Vicky, is the purpose is being me rather than the doing me. That's one way of looking at it. I mean, my expression of purpose is at the moment to host, to playfully host and create connections for wholeness. For me, hosting is full of love and play anyway. So that word kind of conjures that all up for me, right? So there's a doingness in there, hosting, but I'm hosting myself. I'm hosting others. So it's beingness, but it is my way of being, hosting, yeah? And creating connections. So there's doingness in in the words. It's not like, just sitting around how you're being all of the time, but there is much more being than actual measurable impact stuff. That for me is mission. Thank you, Laura. Best lunch and learn ever. Yes, Anna says, I now have a totally different view on things. I was desperately seeking a purpose. Now I see it was a mission I was looking for, and my purpose is simply being here for others. Okay, Anna, but if you're not with others, then you don't get to live your purpose. So how about if it's being there for the greatness in everyone, including yourself, or being there for everybody, being fully present, right? Or a way of identifying it. This is really important, right? This is really important. So for those of you joining us on the weekend, this is what we're going to help you to be able to articulate, write in a sentence, have it clear, stick it on your desk like mine. So that you see it every day. And then when you hit your challenges, you can go, okay, how can I solve this challenge from purpose? How can I solve this challenge from my talents? How can, because we go through purpose, we go through mission, we go through vision, we go through values, we go through your talent dynamics profile, we go through your specific talents. We could create this entire decision-making matrix, how to package yourself up. So all of these pieces add into your value. Does that make sense, ladies? Yeah, give me some love, give me some thumbs up if this is landing for you. But I'm really glad that this conversation about purpose has made a difference for you. You aren't searching for purpose. You want to create, craft, and state your purpose in the world. It exists already. It's just a little bit of inner work to do to articulate it. Mission will then spring out of clarity around your purpose. What you want to do, how you want to impact in the world, your what you want to achieve, that will come out of your purpose. Absolutely. Awesome. Oh, yay. I'm glad this has been a great lunch and learn. Well, if you've enjoyed this, ladies, may I invite you to share it with somebody. Perhaps you would like to share it to your Facebook page. Once we're done here, just share it straight onto your Facebook page. This one really hit home for me today. If you've ever been searching for your purpose, Joe explains it beautifully in this video. Say something like that. That'd be lovely because I want to equip 1 million women. I need help. So this is me asking for your help to spread the word. If this has made a difference, please either or direct message it to someone, share it in a chat, whatever. It's going to be uploaded to our YouTube channel. You can look for One of Many Women on YouTube and it'll be uploaded to the YouTube channel within about an hour or so. You can send people there. Please do share this. If you're looking at it going, I need to watch this again, who else in your life needs to know this? Who else in your life needs to know about purpose? Who else in your life needs to have that sense of fulfillment? And please, please, please do share it. That said, who am I seeing this weekend? I'm looking forward to seeing a bunch of you. I know Belinda is coming this weekend. If this has been helpful for you, rather than rewatching this, if you got a spare day on Friday, Saturday, come join us at Be Fulfilled. Sarah Hurrell, I saw you were there. Do we have any places available this weekend or are we sold out? I'm not exactly sure. If we have some places, drop us an email. We can get you registered. Amelia's going to be there this weekend. Yay! I saw earlier Belinda is going to be there this weekend too. Yay! Good. If you would like to be there this weekend, Friday and Saturday, and you would like to come out with absolute clarity on your mission, your vision, your purpose, all of this stuff, how you're packaging yourself up, what your LinkedIn profile should say, everything. If you're ready for that, that's what we're doing. Come and join us at Be Fulfilled this weekend. Having said all of that, ladies, it's been an absolute pleasure to spend some time with you. Sarah says, yes, we do have a few spaces left, so come and join us. Oh, yay, Amelia's coming, Alice is coming, Kathy is coming. Yay! We're going to have a great day, really great day. Great to spend some time with you today, ladies. Have fun this week, and we will see you this weekend if you want to come join us at Be Fulfilled. Till then, till next week, see you later. Bye.